2000 Dodge Durango valve cover gasket on the driver's side. Passenger side is not a huge deal. 3 bolts for the air conditioning compressor, 4 bolts for the oil fill, oil fill deal right there. Seems to be a tighter fit with the vacuum booster here. Got their battery disconnected, 10 millimeter, and push down on these connectors to take off the connectors off the coils. 10 millimeter here for the alternator. Push down on here as well to loosen this up. We need to slide this back, the red piece. Red needs to slide back, push it back. Like that. Then you can push on the tang. Right there on the back, and just push that and release it on the fuel injectors. Do that all along there too. And we'll disconnect the fuel rail. There's a connector right there. Slide that off. The fuel rail, you probably need a special tool to get that hose off. I do have the air cleaner assembly off, as you can see right here. 8 millimeter 5/16 here, 10 millimeter bolt right here, and also a 10 millimeter bolt sideways over there. And you get these hoses out of their clips right here. They just kind of snap into place. Both sides gonna have some freedom. There's a hose down here. So I'll take that hose off there. And you can take this hose off here if you want, or back there. Give some freedom here. This tube also comes across, connects into this, which is right there. So you can just pull that off as well. And again, we're just going through here, pulling these wires off. Just be aware, a couple of these clips have just kind of fallen out for me, so be aware of that and keep an eye out for them so they don't fall in the valve cover area when the valve cover's off. So you keep track of your bits and pieces. Pull this off too, give us more flexibility. Anything you can move to give yourself some more space is a good idea. Here's a couple fuel line tools, a couple different sizes, and of course there's a different variety of these tools. This just slides on here like this. Slide up like that. There's some fingers in there that the tool pushes on, and you just pull this line off. Usually best to push the line on towards the fuel rail. Insert your tool and slide back, and then pull it back. You can lay this off to the side. Some more connectors off. Might need to pull these off. Again, we're just pushing on terminals. Give us the slack to push on these buttons and release all these connectors. Yeah, we're pretty free right now. It's a good idea to have a 3/8 and a 1/4 inch socket set and ratchet and a swivel to get to all these bolts. have a tighter fit down there in the back. So got a swivel and a 10mm here, and I also got a 3/8 ratchet, and I also have a 1/4" ratchet. So I'll be using those to take the valve cover bolts out. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Also should unscrew this in the back here. Does it add me to contacts, or get something awesome that I need to see? Just screw that out of both sides, I think, if you're doing both sides. Get that 10mm bolt back there too. So we do have all the bolts loose, so we'll get in here with a little pry bar or screwdriver, find an edge you can pry on. There we go, we got that pried up. You do need to make sure that all the bolts are free, because they do have a tendency to stay in the valve cover. And I might be holding it down maybe somewhere. Ah, there we go. It moves. It's moving. Now it's just a matter of finding out a way to sneak it out of there. So, one person says to tuck all the wiring underneath the valve cover, and then you can lift it out that way. Not so keen on that right now, but hopefully we'll give something a try and get back to you on what's working. Alright, here's where I'm at. Of course, I've got all my wires undone here. The difficulty I had was trying to get past this right here. I actually went underneath the dash, loosened up all the bolts, 15mm bolts went under the dash for the vacuum booster and loosened up 4 15mm nuts. Gave me some free play. Now it looks like I can clear this, and I might be able to pull this out. So we'll find out in a minute here.
You drove that Lincoln and everything? Bruh?
It's all done, yeah. So as you can see, it was a pretty tight fight, but it did come out. You may choose to take off a couple more items back there that may help you, or maybe use a bungee cord or something. Hold stuff out of the way. I might actually use that for putting it back in because it was a tight fit. The other option too is to actually take the nuts off of the vacuum booster, maybe pull it out even farther. So I got it out. We'll put it back together the same way. Hope this helps you do the valve cover gasket on your 2000 Dodge Durango with the 4.7 liter. If you're doing the passenger side valve cover gasket, it is the same thing. Remove the electrical connectors on this side, Remove the 4 8mm bolts down there. The tensioner is a 15mm bolt there. You put a wrench on it and go clockwise to loosen the belt. And I'll lift up on it and pull the belt off. Then you get the 15mm bolt there. 15mm bolt there for the AC. And a 13mm bolt right there. And then you can pull the AC compressor off to the side. And disconnect the connector here, perhaps there as well. Then you can move these. This whole assembly comes this way, allowing you to get the valve cover gasket out. The valve cover on this side out as well. So I did grab a bungee cord, hold the hoses and etc. out of the way. Just have to deal with the wiring harness. Hopefully be more manageable. So under the dash. As you can see, the 4 nuts, 4 nuts underneath here. Might just go ahead and take them off. You leave the clip on there, though, and not worry about that. For the brake pedal, take those 4 nuts off, and we can get some good free play. Help us get that valve cover in and out. I think is the best way to go. Got the valve cover cleaned up, new gasket installed. These new bushings too as well. Used a screwdriver and pried these out of there and got the new bushings in there. Used a little general trim adhesive actually on the valve cover to spray it so the gasket stays on there, because as you saw, it was kind of a tight fit coming out. So we got some glue on there to hold it in place. We'll let it set just a few minutes and we'll attempt our installation. Again, I did loosen up those nuts on the vacuum booster to give us more free play, hopefully. I've actually just ended up tucking the harness down there because I did have everything disconnected. So I'm tucking that down there. That gives me a nice clear shot. And then we'll find out if I can get the... Yeah, it's over there.
Where? Right here?
It's over there.
You have the box up?
It's put away.
What are you laughing at?
It's folded up nicely.
They're gonna work anymore now.
So, sorry about that. So, got in all that clear space. Should be able to put this in, and then we'll see in a minute. You and I will know if we can get the harness back over the top of the valve cover. But I'm pretty sure with the loose vacuum booster, we will be able to do that. Take a close look and make sure my gasket didn't slide in the back anywhere, but it looks good.
I paid $229 for it. Synthetic blend 76.
It's now on. And the wiring harness does come back over the top, so I'm very happy with the way things turned out here. Then we'll bolt this back in. Reverse procedure to install.